Hey guys, I am just going to give you an update about my first month on my 2019 Wisegiver adventures. So God has just been doing amazing things, and I just want to first of all thank Him and thank each of you who have been supporting me and connecting me and just being an encouragement during this trip. And I just want to say that God has been working in amazing ways, and His timing could not be more perfect for each place that I have been. So I want to give you an update about how I am doing, just some highlights about what God has been doing in each of the places that I have been up to this point, and then also just some prayer requests, how you can be joining me in those ways. So first of all, I spent my first 2 weeks in Jalisco, Mexico, or Guadalajara, like right near there. And then I spent my next 2 weeks in Guayaquil, and just on Tuesday I came here to Quito, Ecuador, and I am staying at Casa Victoria. So in my first 2 weeks in Mexico, the Lord allowed me to go to an orphanage. If you have seen that video, then you know about my time at Love in Action. If you haven't, then go and see that. It's really it just is like very short, but it shares just a summary of what they're doing. So anyways, I got to spend time at Love in Action, which was amazing, and the timing was perfect because it was their last few days while I was there of vacation. So a lot of the staff were on vacation as well, so they were a little bit lower, which was perfect, and I got to even cook some meals because the cook was still on vacation for part of that time. And then also I got to spend some time with my friends who are missionaries down there in Mexico. And one of my friends, Sasha, was preparing for a horse show that she's going to be doing, and she does amazing horse art. You can look her up at Sasha or at Ferris Horses. And if you're interested in horse art or anything like that, I got to help her with that, and it ended up being perfect timing because she would not have been able to get all that done, as well as it was awesome to just spend all that time hanging out with her. We got to do a lot of fun things during that, and just perfect timing with all of that. And then I spent the past 2 weeks in Guayaquil, Ecuador, with some friends of mine who I met at the Transform World Conference back in 2017, and it was so awesome to be there. I think that I was actually not as much of a help as not that I didn't help, but I was definitely more on the receiving end there in Guayaquil. But it was so fun to just participate with my friends who are doing different ministries. One of my friends who is an English teacher, I got to spend some days with her at her school, which was so awesome. And the highlight there was definitely the science fair that they were putting on for a couple days. And it was so neat to see the children and see all the work that they had done to prepare for a whole year for this science fair. And the love that I experienced there was amazing. Like, these kids have Facebook, and so I have like so many Facebook requests, like friend requests from these kids, and they're all like, because my friend is teaching them English, then they're all like trying to speak with me, some in Spanish, some in English. So hello to all of you who are watching this, and I enjoy talking with all of you and having those conversations, and it's really neat to see how they're staying connected and all that stuff. So anyways, then I also got to spend time with my friend Mildred, who started a children's ministry. I'll be posting a video of her soon. We got some footage the last night before I left. But she started a Sunday school in her garage about 5 years ago for the kids in her neighborhood. And it was amazing to be a part of that and just see what she does and the effect that she is having on the lives of these children. And like, Mildred reminds me that your credentials do not matter, but it's your openness and your willing heart to just listen to God and obey. And like, these kids, like, she is seeing a change. Mildred is seeing a change in the children's lives and in their character and their respect and even their relationship with the Lord. So it's amazing to see. And these kids like have nothing. They're very poor. They come from very poor families in a very poor area, and she is making a huge difference in the lives of these kids, as well as in some other groups with kids in an area where there's a lot of gang activity and drugs and everything. This woman, Mildred, she's 27 years old, is amazing and just such an example of God's work and humility and just willingness to obey. And that was fun just to be with her. And then I got to spend time with so many different families during the day while Mildred was at work, and practice my Spanish. So I definitely have better Spanish than when I came here. Not perfect at all, but I understand a lot more than I did before. And the Cariel family took very good care of me. We went to the beach together, and even Juanito, the youngest son, he's 17. We learned My Lighthouse, the song from Ren Collective, which was really fun. So I learned it on the ukulele, he learned it on the guitar, and we were able to play it together at the surprise dinner that they put on for me before I left. So my takeaway from Guayaquil is their love is amazing, and I felt like I experienced a little piece of heaven, and like the feast that we will experience with Jesus in heaven is what it felt like there in Guayaquil. So thank you, my Guayaquil friends, for all your hospitality and the love that you have shown me. Like, I am truly inspired and changed, and just when I think of hospitality, I think of you all. And I pray that the Lord will allow me to have hospitality like you and like grow that in my life. Like, the level of hospitality has just risen above, and I can't wait to come and visit you all again. But yeah, so now I'm at Casa Victoria, which is an after-school program for kids in the slums of Quito. So these are like the poorest of the poorest kids. And here at Casa Victoria, they're teaching the kids love and respect and serving one another, which is not something that is common in their households. And like, to see, like, there are some of the kids that are here are newer, and some of them have been here for a while, and you can tell the difference of the kids that have been here for a long time and who have just arrived. But like, the staff here are so loving with the kids and do an amazing job just building character into their lives and showing them a different way than the lives of drinking and alcohol and drugs and all that life that they experience at home. And it is affecting the family. So it's an amazing experience to be here, and I get to teach the kids some ukulele, which is really fun. I've so enjoyed it. So hopefully today, when I go out with Juliana, one of the teachers here, who's a volunteer teacher, hopefully we can get some ukuleles so that we can practice more with the kids. But yeah, truly an amazing place, and I look forward to bringing my sisters back here to volunteer one day. And if any of y'all are interested in seeing what God is doing here in Casa Victoria, let me know and I can get you connected. It will be an amazing, life-changing experience in many ways, and there are so many ways that you can serve here. But a few updates on myself is that, like, I have been asking, for those of you who know me and have been asking how I'm doing, I have been praying or asking you to pray for my health, and then I don't get sick, because that would just be awful. And so far, I have had 3 headaches that I've been able to get rid of really fast, which praise the Lord, and that is it. Like, I had a little bit of an upset stomach when I came here to Quito because it's a very high altitude, and so that kind of just like slows down your digestive system, and so you have to kind of get used to it. But other than that, I have not gotten sick. Thank you so much, Grandma Han, for giving me all my like colloidal silver and garlic capsules and all that stuff. It has made a huge difference. And so yes, and the Lord has been providing for so many different things. Like, I needed a tripod, which I'm using right now, and so thank you, Sasha, and even Eric, for the tripod and the selfie stick that you have given me. I have used them multiple times already, and it makes the videos so much easier. And then another praise is, when I was in Guayaquil, I found out that after coming to Ecuador, I would not have been able to enter into Costa Rica without the yellow fever shot, even though Guayaquil and Quito are not yellow fever like affected areas. And so while I was in Guayaquil, one of my friends, Ariana, brought me to the doctors and helped me get my yellow fever shot. And so I was so scared because last time I got a shot, it really hurt, but I was able to, it all worked out. And instead of paying like $200 to $500, it was actually free. So the Lord totally provided for that, and I thank him for that. So now I will be able to go to Costa Rica when the time comes. And just prayer request, how you can be praying for me is just to continue to have a heart to learn, and eyes to see where the Lord would have me to serve. And the Lord, so far, the Lord has just opened the doors, and I don't even know how, like, the Lord, some of the places, I don't know what the Lord has for me, but when I get there, it is clear that what I'm supposed to do in those places. And even here in Casa Victoria, like, so many of the projects they've asked me to do, the timing has been perfect that I'm here, because God has given me a love for organization and for mainly organization. And also I've had experience with volunteer care, and so I'm working with Heidi, the director here, to put together a like worksheet for the volunteers that come through here, so that they can help. They can kind of work through their experience here, as well as some of their own like personal discovery stuff. I'm not like explaining that very well, but a worksheet for them to go through when they come here and serve, so that they can take their experience here, and it can carry on with them in their life later on. And then also just organizing different things here, which has been awesome. I love organizing, and it worked out perfectly, the timing. So prayer request would be just, continuing to have eyes to see what the Lord would have me to do when I get to places, that my health would continue to be good, and I would be able to be also wise in what I eat. So far, I've eaten like everything, and nothing has affected me. So praise the Lord. And then last of all, prayer that the projects that we are working on here for the volunteer care, that would go well, and the Lord would really just give us the ideas that we need that would really impact the lives of the volunteers that come here, as well as some different activities or exercises for the volunteers to go through that would impact their life and help them walk away from Casa Victoria with a greater understanding of who God is, what his mission is, and then how God has created them to be a part of his mission. I know this is kind of a long update, so hopefully it was meaningful for you, but thank you all so much for all the prayers that you have been praying for me, and I appreciate so much, and I can see that it's making a huge difference in this trip, and I'm going to continue working on making these, getting better at making these videos and giving information that is valuable to you, as well as honoring to the Lord, so that you can see it. This trip is not about what I'm doing, but it's really about what God is doing around the world, and an experience of learning, and hopefully that you will be able to learn through this experience as well. The reason I started this YouTube channel is not because I want to show you all what I'm doing, but the Lord said, Sophia, this trip is not just about you and you gaining perspective of what I'm doing, but it's about you. I've given you this opportunity to gain perspective, and then to share with others in the church and not in the church what I'm doing, so that they can also have an understanding of my mission, how I'm working, and how they can be a part of it as well. So I'm doing these YouTube videos for you. It's not because they're easy for me or like that I like to do them, but it's because I want to be obedient to the Lord and what he's called me to do. Please let me know how I can be praying for you, so that we can be in this journey together and grow closer to the Lord and serving others, being wise givers of love to those that are around us, and learn, serve, and inspire. Love you all, and peace out.